Hi, we're the team from Blackheath Cooks, a cook shop and cookery school in South East London. My name's Joy.
My name's Alice.
I'm Sarah.
And we're going to show you a fun, easy recipe. Hi, we're going to show you how to make vanilla fairy cakes today. This mixture makes enough to make at least 18 fairy cakes, this sort of size. Fairy cakes are good because they're a bit smaller than a cupcake, they're great for kids. So we are going to make just a few to show you, but the mixture that we're using would make 18.
This is the flour, or say the spread going in. So I'm adding the butter and the sugar. And what we're going to do is we're going to cream them together. Use a wooden spoon so that we're not basically overbeating the mixture. Just to mix it enough so that the butter and the sugar are basically incorporated and they end up looking basically creamy.
Great, then we're going to add our 2 eggs. They don't need to be beaten before you add them, just chuck them straight into the same bowl and mix those really well. You want it to look nice and frothy. And then once your butter and sugar and egg mixture is as smooth as you can get it, we're going to add a splash of vanilla. It's worth using decent quality vanilla extract, about a teaspoonful, but just a little splash of vanilla extract.
We're then going to add our flour to the mixture. So we've already added a level teaspoon of baking powder to our flour. It's a good idea to add them at the same time.
So you mix at this point until the mixture is completely combined. You don't want any floury lumps, and that's perfect. For our fairy cakes, as I say, this mixture makes about 18, but we're just going to make a few here to show you how they work.
Yeah. The easiest way to do it is to use 2 teaspoons, fairly full teaspoon here, and use the other one to scrape it off. And I would say I'm probably going to need, as I say, it does depend on the size of your teaspoons, but about kind of 2 teaspoons worth. Let's say these are quite small, or you could go larger. Let's have a look. Again, the rule is with your cases, you're filling them about 2/3 full. That's just a general rule to apply to kind of filling cakes into cases. Okay, so these are going to be going in there for 10 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius.
Again, you don't really want them to change colour particularly, you just need to be able to touch the top and for the cakes to feel springy and cooked and as if they've risen up. So you can see our cakes now have risen nicely, they've peaked a bit in the middle but they've not gone really high and they are cooked. So, do you want to give them a little press?
Yeah. So what we're looking for is that to touch, they're nice and springy and that I'm not getting any kind of residue on my finger, and so they're nice and springy. That shows they're cooked and they're just starting we've caught them just before they start getting too golden brown. That's what we're looking for.
So we take them off the tray. They're very soft at this stage, but we're going to put them on a cooling rack so that they can cool completely.
So we're going to finish off decorating our fairy cakes. A nice way to do this is to make up just a simple glacé icing. So I'm going to add, Joy's going to add a little bit of water at a time to just mix in with your icing sugar, working quite gently. What you're looking for is the right consistency, so you can make as little or as much icing, glacé icing, as you need to.
And instead of the water, you could actually use lemon juice if you wanted to make lemon glacé icing.
So it's always a good idea, we've put the water in the jug so we can just add a dribble at a time, because you generally don't need as much water as you think you'll need. So the consistency we're after is a kind of spoonable runny icing there.
And then with this colour paste, you really only need a very tiny bit. So we're going to use just what's on the end of a cocktail stick, swirl it through the icing, and that should give us a nice lemon yellow colour.
So it's probably easy at this stage to use a teaspoon to put the glacé icing onto your cake. Let as much sort of run off first, and then the best thing is just to gently use the back of the spoon just to kind of prise it to the outer edge of the case, and it should make a nice smooth layer of glacé icing. And we're just going to finish it off with one of these rice paper daisies just on the top. And that's how you make fairy cakes.